Bonsoir à tous, bonsoir à vous. On est de retour sur Baldur Gates 3. Ici Liounane. Je suis de retour avec mon personnage. La dernière fois, on avait aidé Kalash avec ses... comment est-ce qu'on peut dire avec ceux qui se faisaient passer pour des paladins. Du coup... C'est quoi cette honte? Ah, c'est un point de passage. Mon objectif, en fait, c'est de dévoiler un maximum de la carte. Je sais qu'ici, il y a des choses. Vous voyez pas ma souris, c'est un peu ballon. Au sud-ouest, il se passe quelque chose. Je sais aussi que vers au-dessus des camps de gobelins, il y a aussi des trucs. Là, on a encore une quête. Dans nos quêtes, il faut qu'on aille sauver Mayrina, c'est au sud-ouest. Donc, j'ai voulu vous montrer, c'est où je montre. Je ne capture jamais ma souris. Il faut qu'on retourne dans la cave. Je sais plus du tout où est-ce qu'elle est. Il faut qu'on y aille avec notre petit magicien. Et après, on pourra finir les quêtes précédentes. Alors, on va aller vers la quête. On va aller remonter par là. Oui, je démarre le cheval déjà.
Bodies everywhere. Accident or sabotage?
Non, en tout cas, j'ai bien fait de passer par là. Bon, alors. Oh, c'est chaud. Ok, donc on peut pas passer par ici, c'est bloqué. Bon. J'ai une machine qui est en train de faire des bêtises. Je ne sais pas où. Heureusement que j'ai pas les pieds par terre parce que sinon c'est mes pieds qui mangeraient. On va suivre la route. Pourquoi j'ai la caméra bloquée? S'il te plaît. Non, c'est des vidéos alors. Désolée, mais pourquoi j'ai la caméra bloquée? Hmm. Par défaut, certaines scènes sont privées. Certifié comme par mode multijoueur. Oh, ça c'est bon. Euh... Bah alors. Ça c'est d'accord. Pourquoi j'ai la caméra bloquée? Pourquoi ça s'est désactivé? Ah ben voilà! Je ne comprenais pas pourquoi j'avais la caméra bloquée. Je sais pas du tout ce que je cherche là-haut, mais je cherche un truc. Absolument. Du coup, je vais sauvegarder internet. Je suis désolée. Allez! pas moi.
Open up.
Oui, ça. Hmm. Ah bah oui, je suis bien. Ok, je sais où je suis. J'aimerais bien faire passer pour le temps, en fait.
Something over there.
Oh,
Let's see
sympa.
what this does.
J'ai eu pas ici, j'avais pas entendu l'aider. Passer à côté. Ok, on est de retour là où il y avait les gnolls, les gnous, je sais plus comment ça s'appelle. Ah, c'est vraiment un gros fils et start le personnage.
Softer than a whisper.
Là. Même si je pouvais arriver par derrière. Et... Allez, ok. Vous êtes lent. Oui, mais il baisse pas.
Breathe quiet. Move with care.
Defender of the people. Every step counts.
Ok. Je vais leur faire une grosse surprise.
I'm going.
Voilà.
Taking my time in the shadows. I won't give in.
Alors,
This
c'est
is
par
my
lui.
time.
Ok.
Let's finish this.
I wonder
Oui.
if this is worth the
Mon
cost.
tour. Bon. Ok. Sauver Stan sur chaque terminal, ok. Il est mort. Ok. D'accord, si tu veux aussi.
I've got a
Ok.
long road ahead.
Et je suis très contente de moi.
Something good here, I hope.
Il était fait en 2-2.
At the ready.
Il faut attendre que ça finisse. Ce serait bête de se manger un coup gratuit. Ah, il y a une maison par là. Elle est pas bonne. Et puis.
Don't mind if I do.
Ok. Attends. Du coup, on va aller monter là-haut.
That symbol in the blood. What does it mean?
Ce symbole là, qu'est-ce que c'est? Le truc elle signe pas ça. Ok, on va passer de l'autre côté. Faut pas de symbole comme ça. Ah là. Mignon.
These boots have seen everything.
Allez, on se bouge. Et il est encore à toi.
Strike from the shadows.
Ouais, j'en étais sûre.
With a shock of psychic pain, the pack leader's mind clamps onto yours. You see
The rest
yourself
people do
through
that.
her eyes, a pulsing red cluster of organs. Feast. No, the voice has forbidden this meat.
Il a une larve.
Noel, see your whole world as a meal. This voice is acting as a leash, but it won't hold them for long.
Alors.
A memory. The beast daubs the symbol of the absolute on a cave wall.
Il dessine l'absolu ce truc.
Buried deep, a tadpole struggles to assert control against the ravenous chaos of her mind. As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
Vas-y, on va tenter. Je pouvais pas faire mieux.
Sensing your presence, the Knoll's tadpole writhes in ecstasy, echoing your command. Its host will feast on Knoll flesh to control the hunger, to keep her teeth from your throat. A shiver runs across your mind. You feel sated.
Alors on va le laisser gérer. Alors apparemment il y a des types à l'intérieur.
Someone's fighting the gnolls. We should help.
Don't be a fool, lad. Shut your mouth and keep your head down. Leave the heroics to them that don't value their own skin.
Ok. Comment faut que je réussisse à me mettre en hauteur? Je suis une archère. Je peux me mettre là. va rester comme ça. Oh, pas besoin. Allez, zou. Alors. C'est les archers que je dois éliminer. Oui, il y en a deux. Oui, je sais pas, ça a l'air d'être aussi un archer. Ok, alors. Aïe. Bouge-toi ça, mon mignon. Je range un peu mes affaires. Il est où foncé? Ah, c'est quoi celui-là? On va se mettre là.
Close ranks.
I know just what to do.
Mange-toi ça, mon mignon. Échec. Hé, hey, mon ours. Il est en train de se cacher. Ah, mais je peux pas monter? Ah, on fait jamais attention aux petits rats. Youhou! Le petit rat il s'est caché. Regardez les cachets. Pas sûr qu'il survive longtemps. Euh... Lui ça va, il ne reste pas grand chose. C'était pas ce que je voulais faire. Bien. J'ai caché une potion. Un peu dégoûté. Juste bouger un peu de l'acide. Ça va dit. Un point de vie. Alors.
Take your
Ok. Ça va, j'ai récupéré des PV. Voilà. bon. Elle a raté. Vite. Elle a raté. J'aurais pas que je me suis désengagée de lui. Eh viens, mon petit, viens.
Should get started.
Voilà, comme ça, la prochaine fois, je lui ferai mal. Un petit coup critique, s'il vous plaît, messieurs, dames. Même de me cacher, mais c'est un peu tard. Oh! Bien joué, en rocker. Vas-y. J'entends même les patins.
On the victor's path.
Ah! Il est toujours vivant. C'est bien dommage.
Need to stay focused. Let's
Lui, il
make
est chose de
this
le rater.
quick.
Ah, j'ai eu.
She is still ravenous, her mind a hungry pit. The flesh of her pack wasn't enough to satisfy her.
Ajouter des bonus. Allez, on est parti. Oui.
Her tadpole responds, thrashing violently, and the
Ah.
fragile tissue of her brain tears and splits. You taste the blood in her throat, feel it pooling in the cavity of her skull. But she still resists.
Bon. Au bout d'un moment. Pas envie de me battre. Pas envie de me battre avec l'idée. Ah oui, d'accord, quand même. Il fallait que je le rate, c'est ça?
Let's cook with fire, baby.
My
Yeah.
faith will protect me. Onward.
C'est pas grand chose, mais c'est mieux que rien. C'est quoi d'autre comme objet? C'est que ça comme objet? Pas grand chose, hein.
No holding back.
Et je peux pas me désengager. Je n'arrive pas à savoir si je suis dans le serveur. Vas-y mon ours, encaisse! C'est quoi dans les objets? Ça va tous nous geler. Bien. C'est déjà ça de fait.
Ready for another round?
Mais vas-y!
On the victor's path.
Ça m'ennuie un peu qu'on est tous collés les uns aux autres. Ouais, j'attaque. J'attaque. C'est pour ce qui me gêne. Oh, pourquoi pas?
Got to concentrate.
Ah, mais c'est vrai qu'elle a son arme. Ok, là. Adieu.
Let's go.
Ok, ça devrait aller. Tiens, le coup critique. Viens, ma belle.
On the victor's path.
I'm ready.
Dommage.
Need to act fast.
Ah. Pourquoi ce Will? Il t'a rien fait, Will.
Put him up.
Another parasite. Collect it. It might be useful.
By the gods, you're a sweet sight. Are any of my crew still alive out there?
Ah. Non.
This whole journey's been one grim sight after another. Gnolls, goblins, drow.
Resin Road's more dangerous than ever. You're the first friendly face we've seen since Eltergard.
We're bound for Baldur's Gate. Got some cargo to deliver. But we've a stop to make along the way.
C'est moi, j'ai vu un truc derrière eux.
Joaquin's Rest.
It's just up the road. I'd be enjoying a mug of ale right now if those beasts hadn't jumped us. Listen, you look like you know how to handle yourself. You should meet my associates. We've got our own drinking spot by the tavern. Invitation only. Tell the fellow on the door. Little Serpent, Long Shadow. He'll take good care of you.
Là. Je sens que si je m'approche du coffre, ça va barder. Du coup, un petit coco.
Just a brief respite.
Ah oui, elle a plus de sort du tout.
Take two.
Elle a plus de sort d'assaut. Dommage. Bon.
What to do? How much farther can I go?
Voyons voir la carte. Je suis pas allée trop de la fin. N'en fais pas, je dévoile juste.
That's curious.
Là, je dévoile juste la grotte et je m'en vais. Voilà, je suis partie. Et on se garde. Et ici. Et bon appétit, sûr. Ah, il y avait la maison qu'on a vue tout à l'heure.
Smoke. Something's burning.
Ah, c'est là où il devait aller, non?
Here we go.
Ça brûle.
What's up for discussion? I hear shouting.
We'll never put this fire out. You're better off helping anyone trapped inside.
Il n'y a pas de magie d'eau. Alors, je vais y aller toute seule. Ah, t'es resté bloqué ici. Ah bah... Bonne journée.
Have to keep going.
J'ai pas envie d'avoir tout le monde sur le dos, du coup j'y vais toute seule. Alors. On se dépêche, la fumée elle monte. Mais dessus.
Quick! Get me out!
Fire! Hurry! Get this thing off me!
Je suis toute seule. C'est encore pire. Oui.
I think that's it.
J'étais pas censée prendre un truc pour soulever la poutre.
Thank you. Thank you. Find a way out. Keep moving, damn it.
On récupère juste. Pourquoi je me retourne partout? Pourquoi je me retourne partout? M'embête.
All's well that ends.
He slaughtered everyone. Mary.
Allez, casse la porte. Ah, on sait. Oui, par contre, il est resté dans les flammes.
She'll mind my step.
Come! I'm afraid proper thanks must wait.
Moi, je veux bien, mais oui, il est resté derrière. Oh, j'ai ça.
Can't keep me out.
Oh, Vas-y.
Councillor Florrick, are you all
Ah!
Will,
On va se calmer.
by the name
Je suis occupée.
of what's become of you?
A story best left for calmer days. Now breathe deeply. Are you in pain?
Scorched throat. A few hairs singed off. Nothing a bit of time and fresh air can't cure. Gauntlet, a new duty calls. Drow have taken Grand Duke Alder Ravengard westward. If my eyes
Je sais pas du tout ce qui se passe derrière.
Report
j'arrive
to
pour
the
ouvrir la
planet
porte.
and send
Dommage.
for reinforcements. We must find the Duke.
No, it can't be. You mean they've taken my...
Yes, Will. The Drow have your father.
Oh, bah, on en revient juste pour le moment clé.
Without him, the city faces collapse. In fact, I fear that may have been the intention of those who abducted him. Will, you must hold little love for your father. But please, find him and return him to the city.
Whoever holds my father is my target. I'll head west and find them. Trust me to see it through.
Thank you. And should your courage falter, remember your father's
J'ai l'impression qu'elle regarde
generosity.
par vite.
Go. You should pick up the Drow trail with ease. I will seek reinforcements and join you when I can. Fist to work.
Whatever comes, I'm ready.
Is that blood?
Ah oui, bah, je parlais
No,
aux autres
never
tout à l'heure. C'est dommage, je voulais voir ce qu'il y avait ici.
A long way to go still.
Alors,
I'd better take a peek.
on fouille les gens. Normalement, j'ai pas d'outil de crochetage dans les parages.
Never a dull moment.
Je me parle à tout le monde.
Something the matter?
Je crois que tout le monde voulait me parler au moins une fois. Non, si, voilà.
We get along quite well, I think.
Shit. You can put distance between you and yesterday, but you'll never leave it fully behind. Father's words. Hard to
Je
argue
fasse
with
toutes les
them.
conversations.
Florrick spoke
J'avoue avoir
true.
un peu la
I'm
flemme.
a Grand Duke's son.
Well, he's not just any Grand Duke. He's Alder Ravengard, the most influential duke in the city.
Just the one. Yours truly. My father and I were close once upon a time, until he disowned me and cast me out of Baldur's Gate. I can't tell you more.
Tu vas voir ta
The pact
tête,
forbids
je
it.
suis pas sûre qu'il soit très
My
content.
lips are quite literally sealed. He made me an exile. That said, I'm not about to let him suffer at the hands of his captors. I've been asking myself the same question. What makes a Duke of Baldur's Gate so interesting to the Drow?
Je sais même pas qu'est-ce que c'est
Even
un
the
drôle.
houses of Men's Oberanzan would have little use for my father. No, this is no Drow plot. These absolute nutters, these true souls are behind his abduction. His absence alone will sow chaos in the city. If they were to infect him, he could lead Baldur's Gate to ruin. All the more reason to find him. The Absolute has seized not just my father, but the future of the Sword Coast. I know, and you're right. My story is one of two men. The Blade of Frontiers, a man hunting the fiends who prey on the weak and claw at the coast. And Will Ravengard, a memory of a memory. A man who belongs to the past. I wanted you to know the Blade, not the shadow he left behind.
On prendra la dernière demi-heure pour parler avec tout le monde et faire toutes les conversations possibles. Ok. Parler à Benrin.
Best be on my way.
Toujours là-haut. Ah,
Miri. No.
sa compagne.
Gods, no, no, no. You should have stayed. You should have been with me. I was in our room. We had a fight. If I just kept my mouth shut about that bloody dowry, she'd still be here. I'm sorry, Miri. I'm so sorry. Please, just go. I need a moment with her.
C'est toi qui voulais me parler.
It's for a sister's wedding.
Ah,
Made a stupid joke about keeping it. We argued about it for hours. Then
t'as
she took
pris
the
la
dowry
dos
and
et est
left.
sortie. Ouh, ils ont pris l'ado. Ok. J'aimerais beaucoup transporter ça pour le faire jeter sur le côté. Ouais, ça marche pas des masses. Personne qui a un sort d'eau.
Need to keep going.
Pardon. Peut-être que tu te rapproches, très cher. Pas en fait? Ok. Pas l'air d'avoir grand chose d'intéressant. J'aimerais beaucoup récupérer, mais je peux pas. Ça va être drôle. Faut que j'amène ce pont. Vas-y, commence à y arriver. C'est très long. C'est la seule matière que j'ai trouvée. Je dois aller sous le pont, sauf que le pont il est enflammé. Ça marche.
Might find something useful.
Ça marche plus ou moins. J'ai compris le principe. Je voudrais aller dans le coin. Voir si je peux trouver un deuxième seau d'eau. J'ai pas de sort d'eau.
Sharp as ever.
Don't be shy.
The pride of the gate.
Oh! Oui, ça peut être drôle ça. vois un.
No one stopped me yet.
Oh là-bas. Vas-y, on va voir. On va cramer, mais c'est pas grave.
What's that? I'm way too big.
Je connais pas de sort pour être tout petite. Ok. On passe à côté. Magie. Je sais pas où sont cachés les deux autres, mais moi j'ai trouvé une clé. Ah, il y a des sauts ici. Je monte à l'étage par ici.
I wonder what the next move is.
Qu'est-ce que t'es lent?
On I go.
Wanna dance?
Where am I needed?
Qu'est-ce que t'es lent?
And I'm off.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
Oui, il faut ici. C'est bon, je veux bien.
Cursed to put my hands on everything.
Ouais.
On my feet.
On va y voir. Alors, qu'est-ce qui se cache ici? Pas d'inquiétude, pas peu de la colle d'épée. Une cité entière envoyée aux enfers. Et toi, t'as récupéré. C'est mieux comme petite. Une raison de s'inquiéter. Tout ça pour ça.
I'll take that.
Sérieusement?
What's hiding
Yeah.
here?
Merci pour la nourriture.
You picked the wrong fight, friend.
Toujours en train de flamber, mais je veux bien. Je veux bien, je veux bien. J'ai plus de PV, mais je veux bien.
No traps, please.
Where am I needed? Let's chew the fat.
Still alive, so that's progress.
Pas avec moi que je voulais que tu parles.
The ox tenses, horns lowered in your direction.
Vas-y, je vais faire un fail. Ben, je vais faire. Je suis déçue. Mais tout à l'heure, je voulais que tu fasses la réussite.
His hide twitches, every muscle primed to bolt. He's terrified.
Là, j'ai intérêt à l'emporter.
The ox calms, his tail swishing a satisfied arc.
Ça, c'est un bon bœuf. Mais c'était lui que je voulais qu'il
The
parle.
hero at heart.
You're not one of them.
Avez-vous entendu un bœuf parler? Maintenant, oui.
Him? He was the biggest. Now I'm the biggest. An attack. Monsters. Little ones and taller ones. They took the shiny one. He killed many.
Ils ont pris le brillant. Ils ont pris le brillant.
It was screaming, waving around its metal. I made him stop screaming.
J'ai fait en sorte qu'il arrête de crier. D'accord. Bon, moi, on a calmé Monsieur Bœuf. Je sais pas où j'en suis, même, au niveau d'XP.
Have a lot on my mind. And, well, in it. Swift as my feet can carry me.
Ok, il n'y a rien ici. Voilà.
Let's have a look. This is the spot Rugen marked. Doesn't look like much.
Juste faire un repos rapide au camp. Un repos rapide de nuit. Parce que j'ai plus de sort, j'ai plus rien. Ah! À qui faut que je parle?
You carry a Githyanki relic. I will have an explanation. Or your head.
Walk away. Now. I won't warn you again.
That artifact is an heirloom of my people. Likely she spilled Githyanki blood in order to steal it. This cannot stand.
Heirloom? Plunder from some conquered realm, more like. This artifact is the only thing keeping us from becoming slaves to our parasites. Be glad I have it.
Ah, pas tort. Je suis neutre. Je suis Gérald de Rive. Je suis neutre.
A jewel.
Oh merde.
Come first light.
You mean I'd get to prove you wrong and thrash you? I love it. Get some rest, Lae'zel. You'll need it.
Oh merde.
You had every chance to look the other way. But here we are. You chose this.
Spare me the justifications, coward.
If anyone asks, I'll say you were transforming. Don't expect to be mourned.
Non. Toute seule. Et Martha m'a pas... Oui!
She's a liability. It's the artifact we need, not her.
Let me up, and I'll show you.
Can I do that, Lae'zel? Can I turn my back on you?
Et toi, est-ce que tu vas la laisser dormir sans lui donner un poignard?
Thieves aren't afforded such luxury.
Loosen the grip on your pride for one blasted moment, won't you? We needn't be enemies. There's plenty of those to go around already.
Elle a pas tort.
What would you have?
Non?
That we be
Mais quoi qu'il y a?
friends?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. But am Imagine what we might achieve if we channeled some of that hostility back at our real foes, instead of each other. They wouldn't stand a chance.
Je peux avoir la paix. J'avoue, je vais prendre une demi-heure maintenant. Ça va être la demi-heure blabla. Faut passer dans 30 minutes.
I would have enjoyed the spectacle, but not losing either one of those lunatics.
Je suis d'accord avec toi. Voilà avec toi.
The year, 10 air. The place, sleepy little town called Baldur's Gate. Our hero, Karlach, a knock-kneed
En
delinquent
vérité, je
from the
connais pas leur
outer
histoire,
city,
du coup.
with everything to give and nothing to lose. I was a kid looking for a way to fill my days and make some cash when I fell into the wrong crowd. Worked for a guy I respected. A lot. Turns out the feeling wasn't mutual. Through the jigs and the reels, he made a deal with Zariel behind my back. You know Zariel, right? Archdevil of Avernus. She put this thing in my chest and set me to work. Well, to war. I learned quick how to stay alive. And the engine served me when it came to killing devils. 10 years of that. The stories I could tell. Guy named Gortash. Politician. Inventor. One of these wheeler-dealer types who seems to have a finger in every pie. I guess I was naive to think everything he got up to was above board. What did I know? I saw a job. A good job. With people I liked. Doing work I was good at. Sometimes I'm jealous of that girl. Ugh, to feel so invincible again. First things first, I need to get this engine tuned up. Thing's powerful, but it's been feeling volatile ever since I left the Hells.
Est-ce qu'on pourrait le faire régler?
Can't be too hard to find an infernal mechanic round here, right?
Alors.
Gives me energy. Power. But you've seen it in action. Very hard to control. If I'm excited at all, angry, nervous, delighted, enticed, I burn hot. Hot enough to burn anyone who gets close. I try not to think about it. I think about it
Toi, tu
constantly,
essaies de
but,
penser à
you
tout,
know,
mais
I
tu y
try.
penses.
One of these days, I'll sort the whole infernal affair out, get myself cooled off, and start making up for lost
Pourquoi?
time.
C'est bien les chaudières.
Not today.
C'est bon quand c'est chaud.
Why are we slowing down?
On ralentit parce que j'ai
We
besoin
were
de
both
discuter.
part of
Ah ouais, c'est
Zariel's
fait.
inner
Je peux plus le faire.
circle. Her by choice, me by force. In the grand scheme of things, I'm inconsequential to Zariel. Sure, I've got the engine, but I wasn't even her strongest fighter. But she favored me like a child favors a captive pet. Mizora envied the attention, I suppose. I'm sure when Zariel gave her the order to hunt me down, Mizora was delighted. I don't know. You'd think she'd have more important things to do. Devils and their pride.
Ah, pas tant.
No kidding. The fighting, the chaos, the betrayal. It had the makings of a good stage show, but I did not want to be one of the players. Funny you should ask. I was just thinking about what would have become of us without that Nautiloid. I mean, I know where I'd be. Trapped in Avernus still, with the Blade of Frontiers on my tail. But what about you?
Je sais pas du tout.
Lucky you. Sometimes I think I'd be better off indulging in a bit of light oblivion. Well, we may as well make some good memories mixed in with the body horror, huh?
Allez, il en reste encore plus.
Depends on the type. Ice devils hate an inferno, but that's an easy one. Orthons love projectiles. What they don't love is getting their bombs lobbed right back in their faces.
Petite leçon d'histoire.
Demons, on the other hand, every demon is absolutely singular. You can't ever think you've got them typed out. Sharp instincts, sharp weapons, and a knack for improvisation. That's the only way to survive them. Anyway, what were we talking about?
Et la dernière
You really
conversation.
did it, huh? Not worried about adding more illithid into the mix? Well, what can I say? You look fine, smell fine, seem fine. And yet, you're more mind flayer than ever. Hope you don't expect me to follow your lead in this.
Je regrette un peu d'avoir tiré là. Mais bon.
Do they? I'm not sure either of us can say one way or the other. We don't know what the costs might be just yet. Good. And you know, keep an eye on yourself. If you start feeling loopy, shout. We don't know what these tadpoles are capable of.
Ok, carrelage est fait. On va aller voir un broker.
Something the matter?
Alors,
We aren't dear friends now, if that's what you're asking.
mais ça je le savais.
But I trust we can all sleep a little more soundly in camp now. And get murdered by a pack of goblins or gnolls instead. Lae'zel might be a reluctant ally, but she is good at killing. I'll point her in their direction.
C'est pas tard.
On one hand, they seem useful. But on the other hand, or perhaps tentacle before long, we know where they're coming from and what lies at the end of that path. I never expected Ceramorphosis to be tempting. I think we should resist these powers. There's simply too
Je
many
regrette un peu
unknowns for
d'avoir
us
essayé le
to
pouvoir
risk.
des larves. Mais
And
je
some might
recommencerai
say
pas l'aventure pour
eels
le
and
coup.
turnips
Non,
boiled in
merci.
milk is a delicacy. But some are fools. I'll make my own mind up.
Voilà.
All that's happened. You have a talent for understatement, you know that? Specifics, please. I suppose some would commend our actions. Goblins would have razed that whole place to nothing if it weren't for us. No excuse to rest on our laurels, though. We've still got our own problems to contend with.
Ok, je prends juste la nuit pour me reposer et après on y va.
Must I? Thinking about it won't help. We know what to do, so let's do it.
Ah, pas tard.
Find a way to rid ourselves of these things. I'm not too hopeful that a Gith crash will actually prove our salvation, but worth keeping in mind. I suppose we'd go our separate ways. Not a slight on your company, of course. Perhaps. Perhaps not. If we do survive, we'll have separate
Mais je vois
lives
que
to return
le
to.
but de tout le monde c'est la porte de
I
Baldur.
need to get to Baldur's Gate. There's someone waiting for me there. Someone I have to reach. As soon as possible. Thank you. And you're right. It's a delicate matter. Not something for light conversation. I must admit, you've been a surprise. And not an unpleasant one.
J'aime bien le
Kindred
broker.
spirits are few and far between for me. Besides,
Un peu le bail dans le cul,
you saved
mais
my life
j'aime
aboard
bien.
the Nautiloid. How can I do anything but sing your praises?
On a quoi d'autre comme sujet? Alors...
I don't know what you mean. It's nothing, really.
Non, je vais pas forcer. Hop, on va aller voir ailleurs. Là-bas, il n'y a personne. La suivante, c'est intérieur.
Oh, I really thought Shadowheart and Lae'zel might fight to the death over that artifact. A pity. It would have made for a
tellement
fine
content que tu
night's
peux faire ça là.
entertainment.
C'est bizarre.
I've already apologized. What more do you want? Unless you're looking for another nibble. No innocence. You have my word. Only villains that we need to kill anyway.
Approuve.
After all, you know what I am now. I can fight with all my weapons. Teeth included.
Approuve.
And if I happen to drain the occasional bandit during a fight, what's the harm? They're just as dead. As am I. I'm starting to feel a little peckish already. It's simple. Just find a vampire that will drink your blood and turn you into a vampire spawn.
Il va devenir un pantin.
Obedient puppet.
Levez la main.
In theory, the next step is to drink their blood. Once you've done that, you're free and a true vampire. People think the biggest threat to a vampire is a cleric with a stake. It's not. The biggest threat to a vampire is another vampire. They're scheming, paranoid, power-hungry beasts.
Et bah, le pire
So why
ennemi
would
d'un homme,
any
c'est un homme.
vampire give up control over a spawn to create a competitor? Trust me, it doesn't happen. What's to tell? I was sired by a vampire named Cazador. Everything before that is so long ago it's ancient history. And everything that came after, well, I'd rather not reflect on it.
M'étonne.
Why do you insist on exhuming the past? I was a slave. A vampire spawn.
C'était pour lui d'en
Kept by
parler,
the
on parle
Tsar
pas.
family. Perhaps I still am. I was never able to resist their commands. But now, I've been conveniently lost. They won't ever control me again. I was attacked. A gang of vagrants, a tribe of wandering Gur, took issue with a ruling I'd made. They beat me to death's door when Cazador appeared. He chased them off and offered to
Baldur, il a
save
toujours
me, to give
le
me
journal avec les
eternal
informations
life.
des personnages.
Given that my choices were eternal life or bleed to death on the street, I took him up on the offer. It was only afterwards I realized just how long eternity could be. I was a magistrate, working to keep the peace in Baldur's Gate, imprisoning troublemakers, that kind of thing.
Ou ton charme
I
magistral.
can't remember much, truth be told. Centuries of torment will do that to you.
Allez, on va le laisser tranquille. Un petit câlin. Mieux, 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 mieux. Mieux, 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 mieux. Mieux, 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 mieux. La petite pause.
Something's on my mind.
Speak. It is over where I am concerned. It is through conflict that we strengthen our
T'as pas tort.
bonds.
Mais quand même.
Yet I do not recommend Shadowheart seek it again. The next resolution may not end in her favor. Mark my words. This power would be no blessing, but a curse. You might as well ask me to gouge out my eyes for the promise of sight, or slice off my tongue for the promise of taste. Consume all the gate tadpoles you wish. I'm not so craven. Gladly.
Hop là. T'as été rapide avec elle.
I hope that's the end of this silly quarrel. They'll have no energy for battling our enemies if Lae'zel and Shadowheart are too busy squabbling among themselves. Well met.
Elle me disait aussi, ça faisait bizarre de la
I think that unknowable powers come with unknowable
Ouais, je regrette pour moi d'avoir
consequences.
dit le pouvoir de la langue. Mais bon.
I can't say I'm not curious. But once you've taken a lithid by the talon, there's no telling how deep into the abyss it might drag you.
Je vais pas les persuader parce que c'est leur choix.
All right. Anything more we should discuss? It's said that anyone who bathes in the river of blood emerges as one born anew. It's a lot like that, I imagine. I feel the weight of these horns on my head, curling upwards like a mammoth's tusks. I feel these ridges snaking down my neck. Not to mention a few bumps and prongs in unmentionable places. But I haven't seen my reflection just yet. Be my mirror. What do you see? I can't tell if you're being silly or serious.
Je suis trop
I'll
mignon,
accept
mais
the
bon.
flattery either way.
Diablement, c'est
I
disant.
suppose I'll grow used to the new me. Horns and all. The people will see a curiosity. Maybe even a beast hungry for their souls. But I will slay their monsters. Keep them safe. And one day they will see the Blade of Frontiers again. Not so enchanting as you'd think. The Portiers, the Caldwells, they were the blue bloods hosting the fancy balls and drinking from gold goblets.
Il y a toujours ce genre de choses.
Others, the son of a
Des
blacksmith,
familles nobles qui ont de l'argent et
born
des
with
familles
barely
nobles
a
qui n'ont pas
coin
d'argent.
in the coffers. He made a name for himself among the Flaming Fist. Brave as
Oui, des
Baldur
Orteliers qui ont de
and
l'argent, mais
stubborn
bon.
as a deep Rothay.
Pas assez
Daring,
prestigieux.
outspoken, but hardly posh. I spent more time dueling with father than I did rubbing elbows with lords. Not to say I didn't develop a taste for good wine and the talent for courtly dance.
Bon, vas-y, fais attention.
It's been a badger's age since I've twinkled my toes. A drunk ogre could put on a better show.
Allez, s'il te plaît.
Tempting. Give it some time. Develop a bond and maybe I'll
Oh,
show you a move or
c'est
two.
gentil. Allez.
A possibility that's kept me awake countless nights. But I don't have a clue where to start, other than play her games and play by the rules. That's the only language devils listen to.
Je pense qu'on aura moyen un jour de lui faire résiler le pack.
There could well be. She has the blighted thing. What I know of it is simply what has engraved
Évidemment, tu peux
itself
pas nous en
upon my
parler.
memory. My contract is very clear. I can bring Mazora no harm. She'll have to let me out of my pact willingly. The only way out is if I can out-bargain her. We're standing here with nothing but the clothes on our backs and the worms in our heads. That has been its tragedy. I've saved
Ouais.
so many with the talents of the blade. And without the pact, I'm just a man. What good is my blade then when it's too dull to split monsters? What good is a flame when a mere breath snuffs it out?
Alors, si j'ai bien suivi, on a fait tout le monde. Carlache, Embreaker, Astérion, Lazel. Ça, c'est le miroir magique pour les customs. Will. Il ne reste plus que Gale. Ok. Gale, on va le nourrir.
I'll say one thing for our troop. We're not short on drama. I'm glad Shadowheart
Et on
and
atteindra la
Lae'zel settled
demi-heure
their
prévue pour la
differences
conversation.
peacefully. Eventually.
Alors,
Your enterprising approach to my problem is most I do not yet need to consume an item.
Ok, on va le garder de
Keep
côté.
it close by. Think of it as tribute. The kind a king might pay to a more powerful neighbor to avoid invasion. As long as I pay, there will be peace. But should I ever stop, along comes a war. I can assure you, the battlefield would extend well beyond the borders of my body alone.
Ah, c'est vous
We
dans
all have our burdens, one way or the other.
J'ai cru voir une sorte de mentos dans sa bouche. Ok. C'est triste, je m'en passerai.
Better not be cursed.
J'ai pas eu à payer le tribut cette fois-ci. Bien. On a tous dormi, on est tous prêts, on peut repartir. Et... Normalement c'est bon, je suis de leur côté, du coup ils vont pas me faire mal.
You spot a man crouching between the shelves, just as he spots you.
Bugger! Oh, hell, dwarfs! I thought you were flaming fists.
Ouf! Heureusement qu'il m'a dit le mot de
Well,
passe.
down you go then. They'll be on us soon, so if you're looking to trade, you'd best be quick. Entrance is hidden behind the wardrobe. Here's the key.
Ok. Moi d'abord je vais fouiller. Inutile. Inutile. Inutile.
Hey, soldier.
Tu m'embêtes. Inutile. C'est l'heure de la fouille parce qu'il y a énormément de pièces. Inutile. Moisi. Inutile. Oh, je fais des sons. Hein. Hop là, je suis passée derrière le d'accord. Alors... Alors, ici. Nourriture. Nourriture et grâce. Non, je suis dessous. Merci pour la bouffe. Mais vraiment merci. Ok, ok, ok. Là, il n'y a rien. Je veux pas de ça. Dégage. Qu'est-ce que je récupère comme charcuterie? Ok, j'ai récupéré des clés.
Look at that.
Ok. Ok. Et qu'on a débloqué un passage. C'est pas moi là. Arrête de raquette moi avec tout ça.
That's far enough. What's your business down here? Answer honestly and maybe we'll kill you clean.
Hold on, that's the lass who saved us from the gnolls. Let her in.
Ah, ils sont arrivés.
You revealed our location. That tongue gets any looser, Rugen, I'll cut it out. Come down then. Seems you're a friend of the family.
Bien, merci.
Be wary. This place is trapped.
Oh bah je peux pas faire grand chose, il y a le piège juste derrière. En plein dessus.
Watch how you go. There's a trap.
Don't get comfortable.
Pas quitter, mais d'accord.
That might be worth a look.
You don't want to keep Zaris waiting. Believe me.
C'est qui? C'est quoi? Et donc? On va visiter un peu.
That might be worth a look.
Ça va être considéré comme un vol. Ça va être considéré comme un vol. À éviter. Ah, tu me dirais, attends.
Can't risk being in open view.
Personne qui me regarde. Voilà. Les mecs qu'on est connus.
Wonder if the gods are watching me.
Ah, elle aime pas les loups. J'aimerais tellement y aller. Mais j'ai plus d'outils de crochetage.
Oh no. I hate wolves.
You scared of wolves, Shadowheart?
Everyone's frightened of something. My fear's hardly irrational when you see the fangs on those things.
C'est bien, c'est parce que régulièrement j'invoque des loups, mais c'est la première
I
fois qu'il y a peur.
suppose you've noticed I'm not terribly fond of wolves. They're ravenous predators with fangs like daggers. It's hardly an irrational fear to harbor. You've been decent to me so far. Maybe if you can, don't make me face any more of them.
T'inquiète.
At least, not alone. Really? Some might think it makes me a liability.
J'aime pas les serpents.
Maybe that's what I like about you. You're
Et
different.
j'ai une phobie des monstres marins. Du coup, je peux pas vraiment me mettre à la juger. Pardon. Celui-là est venu du fond du cœur. En fait, je suis perdue. Je passe perdue. Ok, ça me bouffe. Ok, alors c'était pas du tout une bonne idée. Ok, c'est bon, tu m'as fait remonter. Ok. Ok, il y a tout le monde. On va aller parler aux deux osios du garde. On va aller parler à monsieur en bas.
That drink I promised will have to wait. We're moving out. The elf song's my local. Look me up if you're in the city.
I owe you one for saving my people. The Zentarim look out for their own, even if it's Rugen. That's worth some coin. And my thanks. Our trader can show you some of our more exotic items now, but don't delay. This place is likely to be rubble soon. Someone kidnapped a duke, right on our bloody doorstep. The Flaming Fist will need someone to blame. I don't plan on it being us.
Turns out he needs his eyes more.
Ok, super. Ah oui, d'ailleurs, j'avais récupéré un arc. Et la barlette. Condamnation d'un vol. Quand vous infligez des dégâts à une cible et d'une arme à distance. Je vais la donner. Je vais pas la donner à Karlash. Je vais la donner à Will. Voilà, c'est bien. Je fasse un peu de rangement. Allez, une blague à tout le monde. Ça me paraît un peu les pieds. Vas-y, une bague de trace pour un rock. Voilà. Ok.
Pick up the pace.
This is good.
You. Zaris may have welcomed you, but I can see you're not one of her thugs. You need to buy me. Selling my...
Pourquoi?
I am not some lower city coin lad offering you a tumble.
Oui, bah Thomas a raison.
I am an artist, and my patron will reward you for my rescue. Tenfold, whatever ransom you pay, I guarantee it. As far as you're concerned, she may as well be the coin maiden herself.
C'est comme si. Ça veut dire que c'était pas le cas.
There will be time for questions later. Please, speak to Brem. I need to see the sun again. There's no need for this. Free me now, and
Well, don't you cut a fine figure?
Ah, t'es moche, mon gars.
If you ever
La barbe
go,
avait pas avec ta tête.
my pet artist will make you a most heroic
Bon
likeness.
peintre.
I doubt you've got that kind of dosh line about.
Vas-y, on va tenter. Là, je suis toute seule encore. Yes! Ah, j'ai presque fait un succès.
All right, so maybe I was fishing.
J'ai gagné 400 pièces.
He's all yours. Don't forget to feed him. He balls something proper.
Hide and seek stuff.
I can't say I've ever been bought before. How much did I fetch? No, don't tell me. There's nothing so depressing as learning one's
Véritable valeur.
Well, you should at least know what you've paid for. I am the Oscar Fevras, at your service.
Je sais pas quitter.
An affliction for which you cannot be faulted, this far from civilization. But my patron will be most grateful for your heroics. My betrothed, I should say. Assuming Lady Janeth still wishes to marry me after our little, falling out.
You recall a recent scandal. A patriarch of Baldur's Gate who wished to marry a commoner.
I did not run away. A date was never set. There were complications. Before my fame, my patron, there was another woman. One I planned to spend my life with. But when Lady Janeth offered me a future, well, it felt only right to mention my past. Right, but unwise. I was forced to retreat into the countryside, to paint and to clear my head, to choose, I suppose. Oh, absolutely none. Fame and wealth suit me very well, no doubt. And yet, I think of that first love, and I hesitate.
Ah, donc en gros, je sais pas si je vais faire payer.
Regardless, we have more immediate concerns. Your reward once I've returned to the city, for one. Say, I don't suppose you could spare some coin, could you? Ease the discomforts of the road some.
Tiens,
A hero to the hilt. Seek me out in the city, truly. Beneath my brush, you'll live forever.
Adios.
Until Baldur's Gate, then.
Bah, la prochaine fois, on ira sauver le père de Will. Allez, on s'en va.
Let's see.
Non, je veux sortir.
Anything of use?
J'ai cliqué, je sais pas où. Pas là où je voulais. C'est pas grave. En vrai, j'aimerais bien faire le pas la prochaine fois.
These goblins aren't exactly house proud as occupiers go.
Il est interdit de parler pendant le chargement.
Blame the gobs. Place looks like it's been abandoned a good while. But hey, maybe we can scare up a few dusty bottles of wine somewheres.
J'oublie pas le...
Split any takings we found?
Sister, you've got a deal.
Apart from an overgrowth of moss, the well looks unremarkable.
Et... Ouais, j'ai moins besoin à l'intelligence.
Dry stones line the wall,
Bah, gros.
but the darkness below is in. The coin disappears into the well. After a moment, you hear a soft clink, not a splash.
Better be careful. Those webs carry vibrations.
On peut arrêter de discuter pendant le chargement, s'il vous plaît? Ok. Du coup, la prochaine fois, on va visiter tout ce petit coin. Et on sauvera par la suite le père de Will. Je ne l'oublie pas. Sur ce, merci à tous ceux qui sont passés sur le live et tous ceux qui regarderont la vidéo en replay sur ma chaîne Twitch et sur ma chaîne YouTube. C'est un soutien à soi et je vous en remercie grandement. Je vous souhaite à tous une très bonne soirée et je vous dis à la prochaine pour de nouvelles aventures. Au revoir à tous.